Jesus told the woman, those who worship the Lord must worship Him in spirit and truth. I remember a good friend of mine made a wonderful illustration. And if he's watching this, props to you, Maui. He was an awesome, or he's still an awesome and loving man of God. But I remember him sharing this illustration that us as Christians, honest to God Christians, seek the Lord, right? We're seeking to know what the Lord's will is. We want to know. We want to seek Him. We say we want to seek to do His will. We want to engage in God. We want to encounter God. And here's a way that Jesus shows us how we can encounter Him. He shows it plainly. He tells the Samaritan woman. And I just read that scripture. Again, woman, believe me, a time is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. Again, not based on sight that can stimulate feelings. You Samaritans worship what you do not know. We worship what we do know, for salvation is from the Jews. Jesus went to seek the lost sheep first. Then He also told us about another sheepfold He must tend. Right? That's found in the Gospel of John chapter 10. Yet a time is coming, and notice that He says here, and has now come. He's talking about Himself. A time is coming and has now come. It's right in front of you. When the true worshipers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth. Listen carefully to this. For they are the kind of worshipers the Father seeks. He's seeking. The Lord is seeking, Jesus is saying here. What is He looking for? True worshipers. There is a passage in the Old Testament that says that His eyes go to and fro, looking for the one who will be His servant. I highly paraphrase that, but forgive me, I forget what passage, but trust me, it's in the Old Testament that the Lord, His eye goes, He looks to and fro in the earth to find a heart that's surrendered to Him. A true worshiper. Worship is not dancing with your hands up to music. That can be part of it, but it's not the crux of it. Remember, the prophet said, I desire obedience rather than sacrifice. Yet, a time is coming when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. We found out what that is speaking about. In spirit, the Spirit of God. We have to look at the historical meaning of that. There's a thread of sanctuary. There's a thread of themes of the sanctuary throughout the Old Testament. And it deals with the inner sanctuary. In short, Paul talks about us being the temple of God now. No longer a mountain. No longer in Jerusalem. Do you want to engage in God? Do you want that encounter? He's seeking true worshipers. And when He finds a true worshiper, the only result would be what Isaiah would have said to God, "Here I am, Lord. I will go." That's the sign and the marks of a true worshiper.